Baby's got blue eyes like a deep blue sea.
Welcome back to the show on this day that we're pushing the Answer to Cancer lottery. Of course, the deadline for the early bird draw is this Friday at midnight. And cancer seems to be a whole theme that is running through our show today. We've been talking about the death of Patrick Swayze, dead at 57 from pancreatic cancer. And today in the kitchen, we're talking about cooking with foods that fight cancer. And Korey Keeley's joining us to do just that today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And you've brought a special guest today.
I brought Emily Thompson. She's a grade 10 student at Nepean, and she contacted me because she really loves to cook and wanted to do some volunteer hours. And I said, well, this is great. We're doing some cooking demonstrations around cancer and cancer prevention, and so come with me. And so she did. I don't think she knew she was coming on TV, but
not until the commercial break. We went, let's put a microphone on her, put her on TV.
She's perfect, yeah. But I think it's important for kids to be aware of this stuff and to empower them. So how great for her to listen to this program and see that there's lots going on out there in the community. And we always need volunteers for these foundations, so the teenagers are perfect if we can get them between their sports and their homework.
Yes, exactly. Well, and Emily, I mean, if you like to get into cooking, pretty cool that you know Korey Keeley.
And Emily
she happens to know a thing or two.
Yeah, and this summer, Emily took a summer job cooking for her family. So her mom and dad paid her, but she did everything from researching the recipe, and she was cooking out of the LCBO magazine, so not light stuff. She was going for
some elaborate
gourmet stuff. And then she would go do the shopping and then come home and prep the vegetables. So when we were doing this, she had prepped all these vegetables for me for today, and I said, so do you know how to chop? She's like, yeah, I know how to chop. I do like LCBO.
Did you chop these?
Yes, yes, she did. She did.
Well
it
done.
all.
You put her there. Good job.
So we're going to work together. And my always buy local, buy eat in season, and so this salad is one that we that I had done for the Ottawa at Home magazine. It's in this it's very beautiful salad. So when you serve this, it's colorful, it's fun. People are going to want to at least try it, and look at all the vegetables you're getting. So we've taken 5 cups or more, like just fill a bowl full of romaine or iceberg lettuce. And I love chopping everything up. And this is a chopped salad. And because you don't need as much dressing, because the dressing spreads it all over it, and it's little tiny bite sizes. It's really good. And so to do this, you need a couple things. I think you need a really good knife that's big, that can manage, and you need a big cutting board that you're not losing all your vegetables on. So this iceberg lettuce, I love it. See how it's more green than you get in the in the winter.
Like
it actually has some green left in it. But I was going to show you. There's a trick to do. You bang it like this.
Get out your aggressions.
Yeah, and then it kind of, see, I said it won't work on TV, but basically what it does, it loosens it pops this out. Here, we'll get it. Okay, so you can see that you don't waste any of your lettuce. It pulls it out of the root. And then, you can get out your aggression. I pull off the little outside pieces. And if you pulled off the top, it's sealed at the bottom, so you don't even really need to wash it because stuff can't get in there. But I do like to wash stuff. So you can just pour water in there, turn it upside down and let it drain, and then pat it dry or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, and so the next thing, so Emily, you can start. We have it chopped up, and we're just going to compose it. So when you're presenting this, you've got all the colors together, and then just before you're serving. And so I've done tomatoes, so she's going to put all these. And the tomato, you want to seed it because it's, you're dicing it finely, so all the liquid will run out.
Right. So, make it soggy salad if you leave it in.
Yeah.
Right?
Tomato knives are great because they have this serrated edge, or just use a steak knife. You don't need a big knife. They're not even always as good.
The key to cutting the tomatoes in the knife, you told me that before.
Yeah.
You actually left me a tomato knife, and I've been cutting tomatoes better ever since.
Oh, good. And then
we've been doing a lot of things better since Korey came around.
You're sweet. Okay, so then that's our tomato. I've done a bunch, and then we can just cut it across and dice it up again in the same size dice that you're doing the rest of the vegetables. And then our corn, it's still beautiful and it's everywhere.
I had some last night. It was the best I've had this season. Yeah.
I think it's late.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a really good Cinderella corn that you can find too. It's really, really, really white. But they're even saying that's coming out a little bit later still because the weather hasn't been the best.
Nice.
Although it seems like it's summer now, so maybe we're going to have a late season.
I hope so.
So Emily will add our tomatoes, and then the last thing is our corn, and I've already started taking it off, but this is just blanched. And there's a few, when you read this recipe in the magazine, you'll see that I say blanched broccoli, blanched carrots, and blanched corn. Just start a big pot of water, do them one right after the other, and then you've got water that's full of nutrients as well that you can add to a soup or whatever.
Oh, great idea.
So And blanching just means you're cooking them a little bit, you're softening the texture, and you're stopping the ripening process as well. Then you put it under cold water, and it just makes it tender. It's like slightly cooked, you know?
Yeah, I like the way that you're putting all of these vegetables in the pockets like that too. It's so pretty.
And it's easy, and you can't even see the big lettuce. Like this would feed 20 people, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then the basis for the dressing on this one?
It's just lemon juice and olive oil.
Lemon juice and olive oil.
And then a little bit of feta cheese. You can do like dividers. You can do whatever you want.
Cute.
This is a beautiful salad to take, and it's on my website. And there's a little picture there
again
too. It's foodthought.com.
Yeah.
And I have another recipe that I developed inspired by this book, Cooking with Foods that Fight Cancer. And it has turmeric in it and pepper and flaxseed. So it's these tea biscuits, and they're on there too. So
I've already had one this morning. They're awesome. Foodthought.com, and we're going to come back and do another recipe with Korey and talk a little bit more about this book that inspired her to be cooking this way. And we'll talk a little bit more to our student, Emily, from Nepean High School. We'll be right back.
Somewhere out there is a woman born to play this role. And as soon as I saw you, I knew.